What's going on, you guys? We are back with another figure review. Today we're going to be diving into a different figure universe as we take a look at the SH monsterarts Godzilla -1. Today we're going to be taking a look at his details and whether or not you should invest this figure into your collection. So let's take a look at him. As we jump into the figure segment of the SH monsterarts Godzilla -1, here we have the figure right here in front of us. We're just going to start off with articulation, sculpting details. I'll give you guys a little bit about the pricing, and then we'll go down with the final thoughts in the very end. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Taking a first look at the head, starting off, working our way off from head to toe. We have that very detailed head sculpt right there. We, let's see if I can get that back in. Detailed head sculpt right there. The eyeballs, they have good paint detail. We see on the other edge as well, the other end. Very good placement with the paint. There's no type of weird bleeding to make the eyes look, super goofy or anything like that. They did very well with the eyes. They did very well with the teeth as well. I've seen some people who didn't like the head that much to where they wanted a custom -1 head. So I didn't think it was that crucial. To each their own when it comes to, something that you're paying for. You do get the articulated tongue on the inside of the tongue. I said inside of the tongue, inside of the mouth. Though, just be careful. One thing I do like is that they do have this membrane on the side of the mouth that kind of folds, in and out with the mouth whenever you open it up. I would be super careful with the mouth too, because as you can see, mine is already kind of just doing that loose thing. So just be careful. One thing I'll cover too, right off the bat, he does have these top dorsal fins. As you can see, this top middle one is articulated. It can move, but that just means you need to be extra careful with it. This one on this side, it popped off when I first took it out the box. So I just went ahead and super glued it in place because I just didn't want that problem coming up later on. Getting into the neck region, you do have the two pecs regions right here. You have one in this segmented area, and then you have another one right here in the bottom section of his neck. As you can see, it's separated right there. So it gives him that different range of motion of looking left and right, up and down. And then you can actually help him look up and down with this bottom segment right there in the neck. So, like I said, he can look up that much, and he can look down that much. Then, as far as looking to the sides, you can only do so much. You don't want to put too much strain on him. Then you have the shoulder region and the chest region. He does have an ab crunch area right here that allows him to help with that turning pose that he does in the movie. It also adjusts with that looking up and down and whatnot. Then you have the abdomen hip region to where he kind of has this extra piece right here. Mine is kind of stiff. It's not moving too much, but I've seen on other people's unit figure that this piece for them kind of moves like pretty easily. Mine kind of like just stays in place, but you do have that extra piece right there that kind of guides with like the spacing in between the abdomen and the, as the figure goes down. Then we have the thigh and leg region. Both sides, very, very detailed. They can go out decent range. You can twist them in 360 range. I don't want to do it, honestly. Yeah, I don't want to do it. I've done it like before the video started, but they can do it, go in 360 range. You do have this knee area. It has that extra plastic piece right there to help with gaps. Then you have the ankle leading into the foot region. It is articulated right there as well. Then you have the toes, which I think this is one of the first SH Figure Arts figures to actually have like articulated toes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this is the first Godzilla SH Figure Arts figure to have articulated toes. As you can see, it helps with that posing as he's taking a step throughout the city and whatnot. You can get his toes to actually look more realistic, and he looks, more like an actual statue. So that's one of the things they got very well done with the detail-wise, with the toe articulation. Then we'll swing around to the dorsal spikes. Nothing too, major about it. Very spiky, so definitely be careful. Younger people that get their hands on this figure. Then you have the tail. Tail is probably one of my favorite parts about the SH monsterarts Godzilla figures. This one is very tightly segmented. You can get them in very dynamic poses with the tail. Get them in that good swimming pose. I'll show you guys real quick. So you can't get them in the swimming pose. Looks very well. So the tail is probably one of the things I do love about this figure, the absolute most. Like I said, you can get him in very good poses with the tail. He gets that good S-curl pose with the tail. Get a tail straight down. Get it turning this way. Get it turning that way. So very, very dynamic with the tail. Then with the legs, he can do kind of like that hunched over T-Rex pose, like the first Godzilla version did in the movie. So you can get him in just different poses instead of like standing him straight up. If you were wondering, he does look pretty well in different poses and whatnot. So now jumping into the sculpt detailing, I think this is a very well done figure. It's definitely different than like the prototype that we were shown like on first glance on like social media and whatnot. A lot of people thought we were gonna get, this perfect looking figure, which, in my defense, I feel like I said in the very beginning, my individual unit, I feel like this was very well put together individually. I know there are QC issues with every other figure, just depending, who got what. I would definitely say the paint, there's some areas, and that'll be for every figure. The paint, it could be done a little bit lighter, a little bit heavier on some areas. But overall, I feel like the details as far as, going off of like the 3D models and stuff for like the movie, they did a very fantastic job with the figure overall. So that's something I cannot complain about. That's just me. But you can see, just the details with the paint in certain areas like his feet, the armor on his toes. Let's see. But I'm definitely curious if they're going to come out with a heat ray version. I know that's the price of that is going to be a little bit crazy. As we talk about the pricing and whatnot, I got mine shipped to me at $140. I know the secondary market for this price is going to be around, I would say around at least 150 to at least 260. So the secondary market for this figure is already going insane. I would say get your hands on this figure as soon as you can. I wouldn't waste any time, lollygagging, second guessing it if you should get it. If you feel like you really, really want it, then I would say go out there, try your best to get your hands on it and get it. It's definitely going to be one of those figures that kind of like holds its value within the SH Monster Arts community. So you're only going to see the price of this figure either stay, where it's at and where it's kind of like balancing at, or it's just going to go higher. So, because the movie did very well with like views and bringing in money. So I would only imagine that the actual value of the figure is just going to, it's just going to stay up there, well, price wise. So buy now, skip, or kind of like wait for the price to go down. Like I said, I would say if you can find it anywhere for around retail prices, I would definitely try and get your hands on it. Skipping and whatnot, that's totally up to you. Just whether or not you feel like you want to spend money on a figure like this, because I will say it didn't come with any accessories. You are paying $140 for just this figure, so I will give you that heads up. There's no kamikaze plane, there's no mining boat, which I thought, that could have definitely helped out with their marketing and whatnot, because people would have been very, very happy for some, neat accessory pieces like that. Excuse me. But it is what it is. It's SH Monster Arts at the end of the day. But I hope you guys enjoyed the figure. For my final thoughts, I think it's an amazing figure. It's definitely probably my favorite figure within my collection right now. I didn't have all of my SH Monster Arts figures up here because, as you can see, the table isn't like that big. So I've only got a few up here for comparison-wise, but overall, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I will be diving into some more SH Monster Arts reviews, so stay tuned on the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one. This is Kaiser the Don. Like and subscribe, and we are out. Peace.